This place is empty. No ancient cults here. Quite frankly disappointed. I wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might open. Very good. Painting. Look at this! Swirls and float. It's a map. These are rivers. Yeah, it's a map of the nebula. By the looks of it. The detail. Who lived here? Who drew this? These are like the rivers of Ghost's Wake. This must be where the fragment of paper came from. But no one goes to Ghost's Wake. Is there an inscription? It seems so. So one is a phrase run together. Right, that probably doesn't. That fits. Okay, I don't. Okay, that. I can have my translation for me to my dictionary now. Woo! Okay, that is right. I just didn't. That seems odd to be like that in the middle. Take me home. Take hide. Yeah, take me home. Take me home. Is this where whoever lived here came from? No one comes from Ghost's Wake. Well, maybe they do. Right. It's a gecko. Fire poker. A fire, yeah, a fire poker. Is it worth anything? Unlikely. It is old iron, nothing more. Might be worth something to someone. Oh, there's an inscription up here. Water goddess? Why is that on a fire? I've got 2 of those words in my notebook, but I can take a chance on what's left. Blesses. I think if it said hearth, I'd be tempted, but I think I'm going to go with fire because it's a similar shape to the water one. So I'm going to go, yeah. Does water goddess blesses fire make sense? This is a fireplace after all. And if it's about fertility, maybe she's also a hearth goddess. Perhaps they were afraid of it burning the house down. The building won't actually cave in on us, will it? I cannot guarantee that, mistress. Another cot. Found one just like this on the floor above. Someone grew too old or too ill to climb back upstairs, so they made up a bed down here instead. Someone died right here, mistress, he says, smiling. Remember? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. You're sure? The evidence is minor, but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. So where are the bones? The person who lay in state here was only removed recently. Are you saying Janiqua took them? What remained of them? Someone did. That's horrid. Why would he do that? I am unsure, mistress. Something must have led him to this place. There must have been something here that he needed. That's even more horrid. Yes. Yes, it is. And we have a poker, which is something we're going to need in a little while. He says walking past the thing you need it for. Oh, there's something up here. A blade? A dagger. A little corroded, but beautifully crafted. And with an eagle and sun on the hilt. It seems to be etched with tiny symbols. I can barely make the letters out, they're so small. This is 2 words, not 1. Where does one word end and the other begin? So... Is that fire there? Oh my goodness, look at that word. That's terrifying. I'm sure my translation for fire is correct now. Emperor, home, empires. Yeah, I think that would fit. There's a kind of combination of the 2. Empire's fire? A workbench. Whoever lived here would have needed to be self-sufficient. Then they would have needed water, mistress. Anything hiding in the shadows? Certainly there is. What? I mean, I know, yeah. Heavy wooden box. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. Something inscribed on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Rot roll. Because I think I remember what's inside, actually. Probably treasures? Or is it to do with blessings from sky, maybe? I don't know. I'll have a think about it. I don't think flow. No, it could be flow, but I don't think so. I think treasures of great value, I think. Mayuri will be most excited by this find, mistress, whatever proves to be inside. That sounds interesting. Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. Can't even get my fingers under the lid. Open it up then, 6. You have a go. Not locked, mistress, but stiff. Oh, okay. And I like fingers for leverage. Because if I remember, I think it might be a crown in there. So I'm kind of wary of him because I know he tells Mayuri about the dagger. So I'm going to see if I can kind of get around it. You don't have an attachment for prying? Something you can stick into your arm sockets? My first robot had those. Perhaps I could find something on the ship. Off you go then. I'll wait here. I will return shortly, mistress. It's gone. I might be able to snap the lock. Here goes then.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
How careless of 6 to miss
From
this.
inside the coffer, from the distant past of the Nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a crown.
The eagle and sun motif. Just like Jiniqui's brooch. The mark of the Empire. Could this be the crown of Vioxx itself? I have to think of what to do with this. Something written along the rim. Lots of bits and pieces. I know one of these words. I'll guess the rest. Oh, I know 2 of them. So me and great. So that could be a combination to say we. Book. Remember. Bless. I think remember. I think all is there. Everything. We. Lose for the opposite of take? Yeah. Lose. Link we know all. Joy we know all. Hope we know all. Hope, yeah. No, that doesn't work. Nothing. If it's 3 sections, we remember everything. We lose nothing. We know all. That could be right. Yeah. We remember everything. We lose nothing. We know all. Mistress, I am back. Although I really must stop throwing myself off that rock. I will attempt to open the coffin now, mistress. Success, mistress. But it is empty. How disappointing. Oh well. Let's look around. We might find something else. Indeed, mistress. I don't know. There's something I feel really uncomfortable with. I remember feeling uncomfortable about my RE. So admittedly, I'm playing on kind of that past bit of knowledge. But I think the game is randomized. I think the different, what are they called? Inscriptions.
After the dead air of the house, it was good to see the sky again.
We have obtained 2 intriguing artifacts here, the fragment of paper and the dagger. Also, we have learnt enough to pinpoint one new location of interest, aside from the mural. I suggest we return to Professor until I remember. If you'd like to... no. Soon, but not yet. There must be more to this place. We've got to go and visit Rember's crash site. I want to know who lived here and died here. What happened to Rember? Well, let's go for Rember first. Assuming we can. The smoke is this way. By all the moons and waters. It's a ship. I mean, it was a ship. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. This was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. Enough to be seen on Mersey. And Janiqui? Mistress, there is no hope. Janiqui must have been sailing when it fell. He cannot possibly have survived. What do we tell Mayari? The truth, surely, mistress. Janiqui is gone. Is there a way down there? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. But how did this happen? Janiqui must have used an inadvisable propellant to travel. The fire must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. Is there a way of actually going down? No. There's another thing to look at over here. Something's under the wood. Yeah, there's something wedged under here. It seems to have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. It's not an arm. A model fashioned from copper. Looks like something from at least the early Empire. It must have been aboard Janiqui's ship. Another of his finds. The ancient gods still had some presence in Empire times then. And given the material, this must have been a devotional icon. Can't have been worth much. It looks like there's something etched on the body, though. This is one end of a fractured fragment of text. Okay, so, no. Right, remember. Remember, no. I must have used the wrong words. Oh, okay. Oh. Does that mean it's not there, or does that mean it's completely wrong? Oh, remember, gods no. I believe you are correct with no, mistress. Gods no. Me and Emperor. So again, I think this is people, so I'm going to put children. Which sounds really weird. No, you, because this is going to be similar to me, isn't it? God. Does gods know you work? I'd guess this comes from the same source as the shard of bowsprit and the roll of paper that we found on the site of Rember's cache. Presumably people commonly frequented both the sites. Right. So there's some that... Oh, there aren't any that are solvable now. Thought there might be. We've only got 4 that are completely 100% solved. And we've got... Oh, no, this is the wrong button. No, inscriptions. Unsolved. Well, how many have we got? All of the rest of them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7. Okay, there's 7 we've got that are 7 we've got that are undetected so far. Unsolved. It must have burned for days. You fool, Rember. So what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari, mistress. I suppose. I was assumed we would find Rember. I assumed... I don't know. That he was expecting us somewhere. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Rember in his next life, mistress. Right, let's have a look over here. I want to interact with this book. This channel comes up from the rock. There must be a wellspring here. Someone dug up the channel to carry water to the building. The spring is dead now, mistress, and you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janiqui is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? Not just yet. Still a few bits and pieces to look at. I think there's at least another inscription around. I do really like the fact that the inscriptions are different. Like, I think there's a few things that have been slightly changed from the last time we played this, which I really like the idea of. I really like that there are some subtle differences from one playthrough to the next. There's nothing we can do here, 6. Nothing at all. So we've got so you can't kind of memorize what the inscriptions are, and I think probably the better you do, the more it kind of goes, oh, you've already got these words, kind of thing. Emperors, right? So we've got a little bit of all there. Forever. Oh, live forever. That would make sense. Still change my mind, but. Emperors live forever? Emperors? Here? What are emperors doing out here? Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed. Here, in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit?